Hi, welcome to ecopenny, where we're saving the earth one tip at a time. Have you got a stack of ripe tomatoes that you can't use up in one go and they're going to go bad soon? What can you do with them? So it's great growing your own veggies, but sometimes you do have an oversupply of the one crop, or friends or relatives give you extra because they've got an oversupply. So pasta sauce is a great thing to make out of tomatoes. I've got a few kilos of ripe tomatoes. You can make some sauce and then you can store some in the fridge or store some in the freezer long term for up to 6 months. So just a shout out to Lou and Rodney for the recipe. Thanks guys. So I've got my 1.6 kilograms of ripe tomatoes. I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of a garlic mince. We can use fresh ones, but it's a lot harder to muck around crushing them. I need 1/4 of a cup of fresh basil leaves and 30 millilitres of apple cider vinegar. I've got some jars here to store the produce in, so I'm going to freeze some of it and keep some in the fridge. It lasts about 3 to 4 days in the fridge, and in an airtight container in the freezer it'll last about 6 months. So the first thing you've got to do is in batches put the tomato, garlic and basil in a food processor and whiz all the batches until they're finely chopped. There's our tomatoes, basil and garlic ready for the food processor. So you just put little batches in until it's all done. That's all out of the food processor now in a large heavy saucepan. So you want to boil that and then simmer it for about 35 to 40 minutes, stirring occasionally. It's been 40 minutes now. So I've got 30 millilitres of apple cider vinegar. So just put half of it in. Give it a stir, taste it, and then put a little bit more if you want it more acidic. Season with a little bit of salt as well. I'm just weighing out portions for the fridge and the freezer. Now it's all cooled down. So I've got 400 grams weighed out here. I'm going to pop it into the jar. So the fridge, it will keep for 3 to 4 days, and the freezer about 6 months. So there you have it. I've got 400 grams for the fridge. That will last 3 to 4 days. Another 400 grams for the freezer and a 280 grams for the freezer. So always put the date on what it is. So the 1.6 kilos of tomatoes yielded about roughly 1 kilo of sauce. So I hope you enjoyed that recipe. So see you next time.